Welcome to this edition of Iron Sports. I am Ricardo Chambers. In this edition, we zero in on horse racing. This Saturday, Shiza Manita will attempt to become only the 17th horse in local racing to win the Triple Crown. We also look ahead to next week's Commonwealth Youth Games. It's going to be held in the Bahamas. Jamaica will be represented in 6 disciplines. And of course, our weekly flashback feature in our build-up to the World Athletics Championships that's going to be held in London. Let us know what you think by heading to our Facebook page, Ion Sports JA. We delve into the issues on the other side of this break. Stay with us. Welcome back to Ion Sports. Now, the 91st running of the Jamaica St. Leger takes place on Saturday with the native-bred 3-year-old filly, Shiza Manita, aiming to become only the 3rd filly to land the Triple Crown at Caymanas Park. Now, this follows similar achievements by Simply Magic in 2002 and El Safra in 2008. Spencer Darlington joins us with 16-time champion trainer Wayne Acosta, who is seeking his second Triple Crown.
Thank you very much, Ricardo. Trainer Wayne Acosta, good evening, and thank you very much for joining us here on Iron Sports, sir.
Thank you for having me on.
All right, you were here at this stage 21 years ago with War Zone. What's it feeling like now? We're 2 days away from the final leg of the local Triple Crown series. What's it feeling like leading into Saturday's big event?
Just great. Most people don't get a chance to win a Triple Crown. I'm fortunate to have won one already with War Zone and hopefully heading for my second one now.
Talk to us a little more about this outstanding filly coming from her 2-year-old campaign. We know that when they enter 3-year-olds, some of them do not train on. She lost a big 2-year-old race towards the back end of last year. Then there were question marks as to whether or not how she would have done in the classics and if she would have gotten the distance of ground.
Yeah, she did lose a good race at the end of the year. She was a bit interfered with out of the gate, so maybe that cost her a 3/4 length. Otherwise, she probably would have been perfect now. But she has trained well coming into this race here. In fact, we gave her a little rest at the end of December. We brought her back pretty quickly because we really wanted to know from early if she really and genuinely stayed a mile, and she showed it pretty from early.
Give us an indicator or impression how the relationship between you and Shiza Manita and Mr. Winston Kong all started.
Well, Winston and I have been friends for many years. In fact, we got involved with Run Tat Run. We bought her from Jagai's farm many years ago, and that's basically how we started.
Many fans, when you talk to them, they wonder sometimes how trainers spot a classic aspirant, a horse which has a pedigree and a caliber to contest the classics. How did you go about that and your first impressions of Shiza Manita?
Well, there are so many things that go into picking a classic winner. You have to look at the breeding, you have to look at the conformation of the horse, and hopefully also that the horse keeps on through her career, because that's basically the most important part, because anything can go wrong at any time, as what happened with Manita before the Oak. She strained a muscle in her back leg, and we just had to pull her, bite her lip and pull her out of the Oaks.
That was a brilliant and calculated decision. Tell us a little more about that, the amount of work you would have had to put in to get her back to full fitness, having missed the Oaks because of that injury.
Well, 1 week before the Oak, she went basically an easy 5 furlong gallop. She came back fine, and after the groom bathed her off, she started to walk sore. So we saw it, we immediately started to treat her, and by the next morning we were able to get the vet, because it was a Sunday morning. We got the vet there, and the vet started treating her. We have a new invention here in Jamaica now. It's called shockwave treatment, which basically works on pain any part of the horse's body. And we're able to get Dr. Brown down here and work on her a couple of times, and that's straightened her out beautifully.
Fantastic. Talk to us about the preparation for a classic race or classic races, trainer. How different is it from ordinary claiming races and restricted allowance races and so on?
Well, you train each horse differently according to how he or she likes it. She has been a dream come true from day one. She always works brilliantly No matter how hard you work her, she responds. If you work her easy, she also responds. So it has been basically a dream come true.
How do you compare Shiza Manita with other outstanding fillies we would have seen at Caymanas Park and other outstanding fillies you would have trained, Thornbird, for example, in 1984? Because to me, this is an absolutely brilliant one. She can stick with the pace, she can come off the pace, she can come from behind, she can lead. All of those qualities.
True, Thornbird was a great filly too. She also had great speed, and basically she carried the speed going a mile and a half too. In those days in 1984, our St. Leger was 14 furlongs. So a lot of people decided after the Derby, it was so quick to come back 3 weeks later for the St. Leger. A lot of people bypassed the St. Leger because it was so grueling. And that's what happened to Thornbird. We bypassed the St. Leger. That's why she's not a Triple Crown winner today.
You talk about the St. Leger being very grueling, and that's true. The turnaround time between the Derby and the St. Leger just 3 weeks. Tell us about the level of preparation then you would have put Shiza Manita through after the Derby leading into the St. Leger, because you did say the preparation would have been different from the Derby and a bit lighter.
Yes, it was lighter. The first work we gave her after the Derby was an easy half mile, but Shiza Manita she does nothing easy. She went 49 flat, which is a good work. And then she came back 1 week after that and went 5.5 in 1.6 and 4. Some clockers have her at 1.7, 1.7 It doesn't really matter, tick or two. But she worked good on both days.
The business of training, Mr. Da Costa, can be quite intricate and meticulous. It has got to be. Those who may be wondering, what do you do with Shiza Manita in the final few days now leading up to the St. Leger come Saturday?
Basically, try to keep her comfortable. Try to get her to relax. Let everything be as easy and normal as possible.
Mm-hmm. You train a number of horses, dozens of horses for many owners, and you have 3 of them running in the St. Leger come Saturday. Some may be wondering, is there a conflict of interest? Do you put out a bit more preparation and effort with one horse against the other?
Not really. The main aspect is to win. So you don't want to give one horse more attention and then that horse loses, and the one you don't give the attention that you should be giving loses by a nose. So you have to treat every horse the same way and give everybody an equal chance of winning.
When you look at the rate of development by Shiza Manita coming over from the 2016 campaign to this year, how far do you see her going?
I think she's one of the greats, and I think she'll reach the top class.
Mm-hmm. Let's say the St. Leger is a success and that out of the way. What else would you be targeting for her for the rest of this campaign this year?
Well, I would think the Super Stakes and the Diamond Mile at end part of this year. What I'll probably do, win, lose or draw after the St. Leger. She's going to get a little rest, and then we program her for the end part of the year.
Tell us about your other 2 horses in the race come Saturday. You have Fearless Samurai and Paper Chaser, and I noticed, interestingly, you've made a jockey's change with Fearless Samurai.
Well, we didn't like the ride we got last time. Fearless Samurai basically is a front runner, and he was asked to sit way off of the pace. He didn't like it. It was the first time it had happened to him in a race, being so far for the pace, and he just never got into the race. So we decided to go for O Foster. He had worked him quite a few times before, and it would basically going to give different tactics this time. We'll be close on the lead this time, if not on the lead.
I was just about to segue into that. From a tactical perspective, how do you see the race turning out on Saturday, and whether or not you would probably use Paper Chaser as a rabbit or so?
I have to be careful how I talk and not give away my information now. But Fearless Samurai will be close to the pace. Paper Chaser is one of those horses that come from way off it. So she'll be nearer to the back than the front in the early part of the race. And I basically think she don't have the class of the Fearless or the Shiza Manita to be prominent. But she can hold a place in the final furlong. Fearless Samurai, he has good class. We're going to put him on the lead or close to the lead this time. And you never can tell. He came into the Derby with a real chance and just wasn't ridden accordingly.
Mm-hmm. So you're confident then Shiza Manita can get the job done come Saturday. The distance is a little shorter than the 12 furlongs that they went in the Derby.
Of course, she has done basically everything asked of her. So what we're basically hoping for is a smooth and clear trip right around. I think she had the class, and I think she can get the job done.
Trainer, thank you very much for speaking with us, sir, and all the best come Saturday.
Thank you very much, Spencer.